Yo everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some pretty awesome stuff to show you. We got some new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news. There was a French interview done with the developers, and they gave some pretty interesting information. I've kind of scrolled through this article a little bit before making this video, but some of this will be, fresh reactions. Anyways, yeah, let's get right into it. So, yeah, French, translated from French. They directly exchanged with the developers. Cool. Okay. Jun Furutani takes the reins as producer of Sparking Zero, but remains under the supervision of Ryo Mito, producer of Budokai Tenkaichi. Oh shit, boys. Alright, so who validates the direction and choices of the new Budokai Tenkaichi. Okay. So basically, Ryo Mito is him, bro. He's really him. Like, he really is that guy. So, it's kind of like what I said before, right? I mean, these guys, when they made, I've talked to people on Discord about this too. Like when Spike made Tenkaichi back in 2005 to 2007, T1 to T3, you can't expect the same people to be working there. People don't stay stagnant in job positions for 17 to 19 years. Like, that is not a thing. So that's why I was telling people. I was like, yeah, like, even if those guys still work at Spike, like, they're not the ones making the game, right? And I'm glad to see that the guy who was the producer last time, now he's the big boss. And this Jun Furutani guy, they're passing the torch. It's a new generation type shit, like, but they're still under the supervision of the OGs, like, that's pretty cool, man. The OG Ryo Mito, the dude who made a lot of really good choices, iteration to iteration. I mean, I would argue BT2 probably had the coolest features, but BT3 in some ways actually did improve on the game. Like, there's not really infinites anymore. The combos are a little bit faster. What I mean by combo specifically is the melee animations. I'm not using combo as like a blanket term, right? Melee animations are a little bit faster in BT3. There's not really infinites because you can Z counter from behind. So I think each game improved on itself. However, I do think BT2 is the best game, but I mean, I'm not going to get into that whole thing on this post. But anyways, yeah, I think the guy who made Tenkaichi, super, super solid dude. And it's cool to see that he validates the direction and choices of the new Budokai Tenkaichi. So if this Jun Furutani guy tries doing some fucking Gen Z bullshit on this game, tries, Ryo Mito's going to put the fucking foot on the table, bro. He's going to put the fucking proverbial fucking meat and potatoes in the fucking food, bro. Like, he's not gonna, how do I explain this? He's not going to let this new guy fuck the game up. At least that's what I'm hoping, man. That's how I look at this, right? Yeah, I'm hoping Ryo Mito really is that dude and he knows what the fuck he's talking about, and I'm hoping this Jun Furutani guy, I'm hoping that he's also good, and I'm hoping, ideally Ryo Mito doesn't even have to really do that much. I'm hoping that this Jun Furutani guy understands the old games and just kind of makes the right choices, right? Modernizes it, just does his thing, right? He just needs to do his thing. That's all I'm asking. So the team is open to criticism and made up of enthusiasts, with Jun Furutani himself being a big fan. Okay, so the fact that the Furutani guy is a big fan, played the old games, that's good. That's good. These two paragraphs so far, absolute fucking bangers, bro. I'm liking this. The local split screen mode won't be available after all, not because of the developers, but because of problems with Sony and Microsoft, which complicate the split screen adaptation. They are trying to find a solution, but for the time being, there will be no split screen, perhaps due to Sony and Microsoft policies favoring the sale of more consoles. Okay, so I do understand, like, okay, right, I'm not a software engineer, I am not a game developer. I'm sure that this is true about Sony and Microsoft complicating this situation, making it hard for them to make split screen on the game. I also think that modern games, they just don't fuck with split screen, man. Like, I don't see investors and, like, the publisher or, like, whoever makes the decisions of, like, how, like, the general structure of the game is, I don't see them approving split screen. Even if they solved the game development side of it and actually found a way to implement it on consoles, I still think the investors and stuff would shoot that shit down real quick. So, I'm gonna say it now, they kind of give you, like, hope, like, they're trying to find a solution. Like, I'm gonna say it now. I don't think we're getting split screen, bro. I do not think it's happening. What I would like to see, I don't know if you guys ever played Halo 2 back in 2005 with the original Xbox, man. You take a LAN cable, plug that shit into the other Xbox, and you're playing without any delay, and you each have your own TV. That's what I want to see. I want to see, you know, let's say if you want to play on Parsec, right? Which sometimes Parsec is like a peer-to-peer connection, and sometimes it is better than going online because sometimes the online servers just have inherent delay that you can't really get around. But with Parsec, it's peer-to-peer, so as long as your connection is good with the other party, you're not going to have that extra added delay of the online server, no matter how good the server is, you know? So what I would like to see is on PC, maybe make a way to have two open clients be able to join some kind of local lobby, and then someone can join on Parsec, or obviously you could just have a extra monitor and they're in person with you playing. I would love that. Or on console, you got to have two PS5s, two copies of the game. I think the Sony and Microsoft, they mentioned that above in the paragraph above. Sony and Microsoft would probably love that because now you got to buy two copies of the game. You got to buy two consoles. That's everybody wins. Like, we're happy. We don't have to play online if we want to do a tournament for money or something. There's no like integrity of the game being messed up because, you're playing in lag. I think everybody wins in that situation. So if that's what it is, if they can add a LAN, if by some grace of God, if Spike or Bandai is listening to this, don't even spend the man hours on split screen. Please, dear God, just give us LAN. Just give us LAN cable, on PC, give us two clients open and being able to join some kind of local lobby. Just do that, please. That's all we need, man. All right, anyways, moving on. This wouldn't be the first time such a situation has arisen. The situation may yet evolve as the team is aware of the demand. The developers mentioned that adapting games to the Xbox Series X are particularly difficult. Okay, so with this, right? I'm not gonna lie. If you're playing anime Arena Fighters on an Xbox, go buy a PlayStation. Go buy a PC. Just get off Xbox. Like, Xbox is good for the Game Pass. It's good for RPGs. It's good for stuff like Pal World and Halo and all that shit. It is not. Xbox is not the platform for anime Arena Fighters. If any of y'all have an Xbox and you played Storm Connections, you know what I'm talking about. You guys couldn't even play online for like 2.5 months, bro. Like, that shit was trash. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is problems adapting it to Xbox. To be blunt, I mean, I truly just don't give a fuck about Xbox. That being said, if you're playing on an Xbox, I mean, if that's all you have, then it is what it is, but it is not the console you want to be on for these types of games. Alright, what else we got? Dragon Ball GT characters will be included in base roster or as DLC. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm sure they will be. I don't think they're going to be in the base roster. I think it's going to be DLC. The game will also include fusions. Okay, cool. I mean, I think it would be a bigger bullet point if you said the game will not include fusions. So, like, I guess, the developers were just giving small tidbits of information that they're allowed to talk about. So, yeah, this is something that's kind of a given, but it's kind of like the fluff their interview, talk about something with the game, right? So, yeah, that's cool. There is no precise... Oh, shit, the release date, boys. Oh, my God, this paragraph. This might be good, this might be bad. Let's see. There is no precise release date at the moment. The team is working on the game, and they want to avoid rushing to release an incomplete game. Okay, I understand that. They're taking their time, envisioning a release in late 2024 or 2025. Now, I understand they don't want to make an incomplete game. However, I think this year really is the year to release the game. It's the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Ball manga. Like, and that anniversary is in fall, which a lot of these anime games come out around fall time. Like, November, October type shit. Like, I think it'd be amazing if it could come out around that time. But I don't want them to release some Storm Connections type shit where online's not working, especially if we don't have fucking split screen and the online's not working. Yeah, we'll see you in 2025 if that's the case, right? Ideally 2024, but yeah, I mean, if they don't want to release an incomplete game, fuck it, man. Let's wait a few more months. Let's wait another year. We've already waited 17 years. I mean, fuck it. What's one more year? You know what I mean? Alright, story mode will be present following and evolving from Tenkaichi 3. What the hell? I'm not gonna lie. Let's look at the key words of this sentence, right? Let's let's really just break this down. They use the words story mode, following, and Tenkaichi 3 in the same sentence. That is not a good look. I don't know if any of you guys played the Tenkaichi 3 story. That shit is ass. Like, I would rather play the BT1 story. The BT2 story was the best story mode. All day. BT2 story mode, open world, shit was fire. But they're talking about following Tenkaichi 3, bro. That was the worst story mode of the series. Like, you know what I think it might have been, though? I think they might have meant, like, because Tenkaichi 3 is the most recent game, they're like, hey, we're making a story that's following the Tenkaichi series as a whole, but maybe the translator just put Tenkaichi 3 in there as like because that's the newest one, and it says evolving too, which means that they're iterating on it. So let's just boys, let's pray, let's hope that we are not getting another Tenkaichi 3 story mode. That shit was trash. You're playing against the computer who has iframes while he's talking, and you're just like sitting there like a fucking bot, like waiting for the dialogue to end during gameplay. Like, yeah, that is not the play, guys. Like, I'm not trying to do that again, especially on this game. Yeah, but please God, do not let that happen. Yeah, let's hope that evolving means completely changing. Let's hope that what he meant to say was completely changing from Tenkaichi 3, not evolving. But anyways, graphics have been improved over trailers already seen. Wait, really? Yo, the last trailer, like, so I saw a screenshot, right, of like Vegeta doing the Gallic gun from the trailer we got like a month ago, and then the trailer we got last week, and it looks significantly better in the last trailer. They're saying that the graphics have already been improved since that last trailer. That's crazy. That's legitimately surprising. I thought it already looked amazing, but shit, bro. The fucking final product, man, on PC, we've got reshade, we got, 4K HDR with bloom and color correction and Gaussian settings, and we can play in 120 hertz, bro. I mean, dude, we're locked in, boys. This shit's gonna look crazy if the graphics are even better than what we've already seen. Oh my god. Answer criticisms about the look of the hair. Okay, yeah, I mean, we all saw that freeze frame of, Goku's hair falling off his face when Vegeta was hitting him, and then the second one where Vegeta's doing the ki blast and Goku's hair falls off again. Yeah, Goku's hair is, I don't know, man's wearing a wig, I guess, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, they answered the criticisms about it, so that means they're fixing it, and the graphics are better than they were in the trailer, so this fucking paragraph's another banger, bro. Let's go. The outfits will be able to deteriorate during battles. Okay, that's how the old game was. Now, this next sentence, man, I'm not gonna lie, like, what does this mean? And the fights are designed to be longer than the old ones. What does that even mean? Like, what? Like, did they just confirm that, like, zoning's the meta, bro? Is this Tenkaichi Storm 2, bro? Like, what are we looking at, bro? Like, okay, if y'all play a 5v5 in Tenkaichi 3 right now, that shit is, like, at least 10 minutes long. Like, it's, like, fucking OD long. Are they saying that this shit's about to be, like, a 20-minute fight, bro? It's about to be some, like, League of Legends shit? Like, like, half an hour for one match? Like, no thank you, man. Like, and the fights are designed to be longer than the old ones. Like, dude, I could spend like 4 hours just talking about this one sentence. Like, what do they mean by this? I hate, like, how these companies will, like, they'll talk about gameplay and they'll drop, like, fucking bombshells like this, and the fights are designed to be longer than the old ones. But they'll say it in such general statements that, like, you're like, man, what does this mean? Like, it raises 1,000 questions, and it's just like, dude, like, I don't know, like, are they saying this game is, some Tom and Jerry cat and mouse type shit? Like, I don't know, bro, like, I don't know. The fights are designed to be longer than the old ones. I can't get over that paragraph. That could be great, that could be horrible. We'll just, I don't know, man, I don't know. Okay. Ryo Mito remains the project's main decision maker? Yeah, dude, Ryo Mito is really that fucking guy, man. He's the absolute unit of the arena fighting scene. Like, fuck yeah. But they already mentioned that above there, so I don't know why it's a bullet point, but whatever. Yeah, good news. The game's cover art is already ready and features the styles of the old designs, potentially those by Nakatsuru. does that mean like the guy guys like the character select screen of like Tenkaichi like 1 through 3, like how it had like that bold outline and like it looked like the anime, but it looked like shittier than the anime. I'm hoping that they're significantly improving upon that, because when I modded Tenkaichi 2, that was the first thing I did. I changed all of that character art, bro. I fucking hate the Tenkaichi character art. I think it looks like complete dog shit. Like, oh my god. So yeah, I really hope, if this Nakatsudu guy is the guy that made it, let's hope this man learned some shit the past 17 years, because I'm not trying to see that shit again. I know some people love it. Like the BT4 mod had the same art style, and I mean, I guess it looks okay, but it's like, dude, like, just make the character select screen have like this type of shit. Or like, if you guys have ever played like Storm Generations, where it's like actual anime, PNG cutouts in the character select screen, that shit looks amazing. If they did that, we're good. It's just, I don't know. I'm worried about that. I mean, we'll see. If it's already done, then we're gonna see it potentially soon. If it's already done, right? So, I'm not gonna judge it before I see it, but I do see some potential issues with that. Several other trailers will be released in the coming months. Several other trailers will be released over the coming months, each time presenting something new. Oh my god. So, basically, we've got content for days, boys. Like, several trailers in the coming months. Like, is that what, a trailer every other month, a trailer a month? Like, what are we getting? What are we getting at? This is very inspiring. Like, or very motivating. I'm very my little YouTube channel senses are tingling from this one. You know what I'm saying? Each time presenting something new. Cool. I want to see the Steppen barrier. I want to see that we still have the Steppen barrier. Please, in the next trailer, put the fucking Steppen barrier, or confirm that it's not in there on a Twitter post or something like that. If the Steppen barrier is in the game, now I want to see, okay, can you still ascend in the Steppen barrier? Can you still descend? Can you use triangle to break it for a single frame like you can in BT2? Like, what are the parameters of the Steppen barrier? Like, how are we playing with it? And if the Steppen barrier is not in the game, please, in the next trailer, release showing that it's not in the game anymore. Because that's like such a big deal, man. Like we need to know that. Like, more than like anything, we need to know, is the Steppen barrier still in the game? Like, I need to know that. I think the South American players call it the magnet. It's like, when you're close, you can't really dash, you can't move too good. But the whole thing about Tenkaichi is, yeah, the noobs are gonna get on and they can't do shit when they're close. They can just mash square. But the pro gamers, the MLG, Mountain Dew, fucking smelly, sweaty shitlords, they're out here dashing in the Steppen barrier, and that's what makes the game, bro. That's what makes the game. So, yeah, let's give us the Steppen barrier. Yeah, how about that? Characters from the Dragon Ball movies will be included up to and including Gohan, Beast, probably. What? Fuck? Probably. Okay, what I think this means, the guy translating this, those guys up there, I think they added this last half of the sentence themselves. I think the developer in the interview, he said this: I do not think he used the word probably in an interview. That is just very stupid. Yeah, I don't see someone, professional game developer, doing an interview for like public relations, talking about something that is directly related to company profit and using a word that is not definitive. He would not say the word probably. He would not say any synonym of the word probably. So, yeah, just disregard this last half of the sentence. This is just irrelevant garbage. I'm sure Gohan Beast will be in the game, probably as DLC, maybe even in the base roster, but if you're wanting to know purely what's been confirmed, don't look at this last half of the sentence, man. Just look up to here. The Dragon Ball movie characters are going to be in the game, okay? This, probably nonsense. I'm sure they will be in the game, but if you want to know, like, 100% confirmed, no, it's not. Yeah, this is 100% confirmed. This is just badly worded garbage in a Twitter post. Okay, cool. Alright, a special effort is being put into the backgrounds for better immersion, as the human eye is more receptive to immersion thanks to the backgrounds. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the backgrounds look better than the characters. I think the characters look amazing though. Like this Vegeta, like the Goku, I mean they look great. But the backgrounds, man, the backgrounds look phenomenal. Even in that very first trailer where it's just Goku powering up and you see Namek in the background with the Unreal Engine 5 in, like bro, I can see they're putting more graphical fidelity into the backgrounds. But like they said up here, you know, the graphics have been improved over the trailers already seen. So we probably don't even know what the characters look like. A big difference between that trailer a month ago that gave us like the um, like Broly and Frieza doing that shit. It was like very quick trailer, just a few seconds of gameplay with like the teleports and stuff like a month ago. The difference between that and the new trailer, like in the characters specifically, the graphics, it's already a huge improvement. So if it's already gone past that, I think the characters are going to look just fine. But I do think, based on everything we've seen and based on this sentence alone, the backgrounds are going to look better than the characters. But that's not to take away. The characters are still going to look great, you know? So, yeah, anyways, let's keep going. The team is very attentive to the community on Twitter and by email to improve the game thanks to reviews. Ryo Mito himself has asked for feedback from all over the world. Constructive criticism is particularly appreciated. Okay, so there it is. So this last paragraph has me... I think what we're going to do, man, we're going to do a stream. We're going to do a stream where we write an email post, a Twitter post, a fucking blogspot post, a Billy post, a Kick post, a Line post, a fucking Facebook post, a MySpace post, and everything, bro. Anything you can think of, we're putting it out there. TikTok, all that shit. And as a community, I would like to come up with some realistic things. So you can leave it in the comments on this video, or you can wait for my stream. I would like, as a community, for us to come up with one singular post we all agree upon, or at least most of us that have knowledge of the game agree on, and send it out to these guys. And I would really like it to actually make it to them. And now, while I do want to say, you know, like, oh, I want to just type them fucking paragraphs and essays of everything I want in the game, I could definitely do that. I'm looking at it from a more realistic perspective. Like, there's probably some PR guy, you know, public relations guy getting paid 15, 20 bucks an hour reading all of these stuff, right? If we put something unrealistic in there, like, hey, add the BT2 combo cancels, but make the combo strings like the command list size of Tekken. Like, bro, they're not going to make a 300 or 200 move list with combo cancels and supplemental triangle hooks and all in directional charge, light, medium, heavy. Like, that would be insane if they did that, but we gotta ask things that are reasonable. If we ask some crazy off-the-wall shit, it's not even gonna make it past that lowest guy. It's not gonna get sent up in the company. Nobody who has any effect on what happens in the game is gonna read this shit. So we need to come up with some stuff that's realistic, but addresses key points in the game. For example, my point earlier about the step-in barrier. They need to keep the step-in barrier. They also need to implement ways of breaking the step-in barrier. And we can give some examples of how that was done in the past games. We could talk about the Dragon Dash cancels. We already saw that they had the L2XX Burst Dash in the previous trailer. Does that mean Dragon Dash works the same as BT3? Maybe. So we can talk about the Dragon Dash cancels, you know, where you start off doing a neutral Dragon Dash, you fly over them, and then you do a directional up or down Dragon Dash, and then you start doing a neutral, you start with doing a neutral Dragon Dash, you get about halfway to them, you do an up or down or side directional Dragon Dash, you go past them as they're flying away from you, after you do a heavy hit, obviously, is what I'm talking about. And then once you're past them, then you just do another neutral Dragon Dash, and the hitbox of the Dragon Dash stands them back up and lets you do like a tech chase combo, right? So we need to ask them something like, hey, is the Dragon Dash going to work exactly like it did in Tenkaichi 3? Are you able to implement this Dragon Dash cancel and, you know, tell them the exact inputs and maybe even include a little GIF or something so they can see what we're talking about? Because I don't think the developer really fucks with the game like that, you know? Like, they know the game on, like, a code and, like, data level, but I don't think they know, like, you know, competitive Tenkaichi. It's so fucking niche and obscure, like, they probably don't know about that. They might, but we're gonna assume that they don't. Like we want the lowest common denominator in Spike to understand what we're talking about. So we need to talk to them on a very basic level, ask for reasonable things, provide evidence on why this would be good for the game, and don't ask for over-the-wall, over-the-top shit, right? I want to ask about gameplay stuff. I want to ask, more like general things like, can you still pick 5 Cybermen? Can you still pick 5 fucking Metacoolers? Like, shit like that, Like, is the character switch, if they even have a character switch like they did in the old Tenkaichis, is that still going to be based on a cutscene? Or is it going to be more like Raging Blast 1, where there is one cutscene and then you could instantly switch characters? Or is there not even going to be a cutscene? It's on some Storm 4 shit where you're switching characters. Now imagine this game has a character switch like Storm 4, bro, with the gameplay of Tenkaichi. The APM is through the roof, man. This would be the best fucking game ever made. I swear to God if they do that. But, yeah, I definitely, that's another thing I want to ask about the character switch. I'll get more into it, in the stream. But, yeah, just leave a comment below what you would like to see in that email that I write them. And I'm going to do my best to kind of, talk to some people I know and maybe actually get them to read the post. And I'm going to really, really try my best to make this a reasonable post that can actually get addressed in the company. And maybe something we suggest might actually make it into the game. So, yeah, please leave a comment about what you want to see, and like the video, and subscribe if you want to. I'm really starting to get into this YouTube thing. I've got plenty of stuff coming. I've got some shorts coming that actually show the inputs I'm pressing. I'm gonna start making some gameplay guides. I'm gonna be playing online all the time. I'll try to do streams. I just made a Twitch channel actually, so I'll put my Twitch channel in the description. I still haven't streamed on there, but I want to start streaming on Twitch. I want to maybe stream on YouTube. I don't know, YouTube streaming is kind of scuffed, but since I got some viewers on here, maybe it's good for me to do it at the beginning. Maybe I'll stream on both at the same time through like Streamlabs, But yeah, guys, I'm going to put my Twitch in the description, so if you could follow me there, and if you could like the video, comment what you want to see in that post that I send to the company. And if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We're out here doing things. I play Tenkaichi, even though I don't stream it every day. I play it every day. I'm about to start streaming it every day. I make my own mods. Eventually, I'll release that ISO so everybody can play it. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate you sticking throughout this whole video. If you've listened to me ramble for almost 30 minutes now. So, anyways, yeah, that's the video. You guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again next time.